Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your spirit message reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new readings, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again a reminder not to be scammed by anybody in the comment box pretending to be me offering you a reading. This person is not me, they are a scammer, do not be scammed. With that said, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting ourselves feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Gemini. Spirit's message for Gemini, Gemini. Spirit's message for Gemini, Gemini. Spirit's message for Gemini, Gemini. Spirit's message for Gemini. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Now let's see your chakra energy for this time. Gemini. Spirit's message for Gemini, Gemini. Spirit's message for Gemini, Gemini. Spirit's message for Gemini, Gemini. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. So we have holistic health, which is the root chakra, one of my favorite cards. And then we have nurturing, which is the earth star chakra located 6 inches below the feet. So we're going to see how this correlates to the tarot. We have the 5 of Swords and the Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Interesting. We have the Daughter of Wands and the Son of Wands. So there's a lot about passion here. A lot about passion. So this is all fire sign energy coming through. We have the 9 of Cups and the World. It's a huge shift. I mean, it's huge. You have the repeat of the number 9. You're coming to the end of a cycle. All right, and you can definitely feel this because there's a rebirth coming forward. There's a way forward that hadn't been seen before. But there's a dying away of the old self and a rebirth of the new. And that can be quite painful to go through, okay? Not going to lie. So let's look at holistic health. During this time, you really do. I mean, seriously, Gemini, Spirit is making it quite clear. You want to focus on your holistic health. You want to focus on your body, on your energy, on where you're burning the candles at both ends, or how you're burning the candles at both ends, how you're pushing yourself too far, the quality of the food that is being eaten. Focusing on all this stuff is going to be so intrinsically important to you during this time, because what divinity is saying here, what spirit is saying, is that there's a power leading you forward that has been corrupted, okay? And I don't mean that and Spirit isn't saying this in a scary way, but Spirit is saying it in a way where we kind of think that we're doing the right thing, but if we actually slow down and we listen to ourselves, we listen to how our bodies felt, we listened to how our hearts felt, we listened to our holistic being, we would see that we're not. It's just, there's something that's off. And this is taking little steps. It could be, drinking more water. It could be, kind of tweaking the diet, excuse me, just a bit. Or doing an elimination diet. Say, well, what if I got rid of these foods? What if I ate like this? What would happen? Starting to take vitamin D, getting out into sunlight. These would all be so, so beneficial during this time. And then looking at the body, looking at the self, and saying, how is it that I move forward? Where is it that I want to be? Because we're nurturing at our, Spirit is saying, at our rooted self. So the way that our feet connect with the ground, right? That's where the Earth Star chakra, I always see that as that spark, 6 inches below the ground that comes up to our feet and connects us with the earth. We're nurturing something greater. We're nurturing something that we've forgotten about, or we thought, oh, I don't need to pay this any mind. Just keep pushing, just keep going. And there's a sense here, and there's a real sense here. It's like, no, either you start listening or your body's just going to make you listen. Like, there's going to become a time where you're like, oh my gosh, I just can't. I just don't want to move forward like this anymore, or I'm tired, I don't feel well, type of thing. And it's because here we're met with difficulties that we've seen before. With the 5 of Swords, it's a sense of, oh my gosh, here's a battle that I've been through. Like, here's yet another time that I have to face this. And is it always going to be exactly like the time that we had faced before? No, absolutely not. But there is the sense here of, when is it going to end? When do I just get to be me? Or when do I just get to not be bombarded? And what Spirit says is that we're never away from the bombarding, okay? We never are. We will have things thrown at us left and right for our whole entire lives. It depends on how secure we are within ourselves, how powerfully we react to when things are uncomfortable and painful. And so here, with the 5 of Swords, there's this sense of, I've met with these problems before. Now, this can either bring up really bad memories, make me feel incompetent, overwhelmed, make me start to question myself. Yes, it can definitely do that. Or this is where I look at it and I say, I'm done with this. Like, I get to embrace my knowledge and my truth and stand in my power and in my understanding. And it brings me then to the Father of Wands. And what the Father of Wands is telling us is that there's passion. And I love that the wands are all serpents. Even the world has a serpent. Well, it looks very much like a serpent within it. And this is a sense of being flexible. This is a sense of embracing healing. This is the Father. This is the King of Wands. And to that, there is a sense of rolling up the sleeves, saying, I'm going to get involved. Like, I'm going to go after this. This is what I want. If I have to get my hands dirty, so be it. I am going after my goals. Excuse me. And as I go after my goals, as I achieve my goals, as I am empowered, I am emboldened, and I embrace this transformation more and more and more. Because the person I once was does not define the person I am today. And it brings us then to the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is painful. The 10 of Swords is an ending. And it's overkill, and it's nasty, and it's overwhelming, and it's like, okay, fine. Fine, I see it. I know that I am not the person I was before. And we have to mourn that. We really do. When we see ourselves changing, when we know that we have hit this pivotal moment in our lives where who we once were and who we are today, they don't really match. And you look back and you're like, wow, I can't believe I had those ideas, or I can't believe I said that, or I can't believe I, whatever, I did that. That was so out of character for me now. But what we're seeing is a decade of knowledge and of truth gained and wisdom and understanding and, determination. And it brings us to this place with the Nine of Wands, where it's like, how do I ascend without falling down? Because the road has been so harsh. How do I ascend in my passion? Because that's what this time is all about. It's getting out of our heads so that we can embrace our passion, so that we can embrace our truth, so that we can be students of how it is that we want to move forward and say, but this is where I belong. This is what is right for me. And the Nine of Wands wants to trip us up, wants to create the illusion that it will always be and has always been too hard. And the Ten of Swords is saying, listen, you're not the person that you once were. This is the darkness before the dawn. You will rise. And when you rise, you will not be snared the way you think you will. There is a truth to you. There is a power to you. But you have to release. You have to release here what has been causing doubt, fear, negativity, anger, upset, upheaval, all those things. And look at yourself and say, I'm worth it. And I'm enough. Not because more will not be achieved along the way, but because at this moment in life, you are not a mistake. And you will be moving forward in a way that you hadn't anticipated. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden everything changes all at once, but it's like, I'm taking back the power. And it brings us to the Daughter of Wands. It brings us to this understanding of ourselves, to this eternal understanding of self. This sense of, where is it that I want to be? How is it that I want to move forward? What is it that I desire? Where am I going? What am I looking for? This sense of discovery, this sense of expression, this sense of wanting to kind of balk against rules and regulations and say, well, I get to be free. I get to do what I want to do. And it brings us to the Son of Wands, which says, focus. Focus and hone that energy, or else it becomes chaos. Make this into a knight. Make this into a warrior. Make this desire the passion for which you live by. The rules that you will not break for yourself. Open up the door. See this truth and let it guide you. Let it be a part of you. And as it is, it becomes powerful, it becomes undeniable, it becomes all that was and all that ever needed to be. And what you're looking at here is the sense of, Spirit keeps on saying, honing your magic. It's honing your magic. It's looking at what is desired, what is, what you are passionate about, where we want to be in life, how we, thought about getting there, and then how that dream fell apart, and how there is still that determination to reach the top. And we have blessings. At our roots, there are blessings. There are blessings that come that are not easy for us to see, but they're there nonetheless. And if we start to say, I defend my truth within this, I embrace my beauty because of this, I move forward with me to something greater, and I know that there is a spark, and I know that there is a purpose, and I will let that shine, well, that opens up the world, and things start to change. Instead of us feeling like we are on the outside of what is meant to be, instead of us looking at the world and saying, oh my gosh, that's too much. Too much drama, too much anger, too much chaos. No. It's looking at it and saying, that's not my world. My world gets to be this. My world gets to be me, kind of working my tush off, going after what I dreamed, and letting Spirit guide me along the way. That opens my door. Instead of seeing the world as a vast, terrifying place, it's starting to see our own little corners of the world. Starting to break things down and break things down and break things down into doable pieces, into passionate truths. And it moves us to the subconscious chakra message, which is forgiveness. That makes perfect sense. With the heart chakra. Forgiving ourselves for not getting there already, forgiving everything that we've been through. Forgiveness is great for other people. It really is. We sit there and we say, I forgive that person, and we don't let them be the demon in our heads. But when we forgive the monster, we also have to forgive ourselves for falling victim to the monster. And the monster can be an abstraction, it can be a real life person, it can be an institution, whatever it is. The forgiveness needs to come. And that's a hard place to be. Because it's like, well, what if I don't want to forgive? And what if that pain has become such a part of me that to live without it is to live without my best friend? And it's working on that pain. It's working on redefining. And it's working on forgiving. Not forgetting. But not letting the pain and the sorrow be the main focus of life. It brings us to our subconscious tarot message, which is strength. Leo energy, time frame, July 23rd to August 22nd. Strength of character, strength of truth. It is realizing that the greatest strength that we ever have and will ever have is in kindness, compassion, and upholding the honor of ourselves, respecting ourselves and treating people with that respect. And it opens up the doors. It brings us greater understanding. And it's like, oh, that's what it was meant to be, wasn't it? And it becomes our eternal motto for which to live by. And we realize at this time we're stronger than we imagined. And that's pretty cool. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy. As we embrace passion, but above all, as we heal from shattered dreams and failed hopes and heartbreaks and disappointments. And we learn to ascend, knowing that the path wasn't easy, but also knowing that we are far mightier than we give ourselves credit for. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini.